A very warm welcome to you. Many thanks for finding time to be with us on the program this week. Don't forget to remain your source for all the latest happenings in the world of business. My name is Lucy Ulube. You are welcome. On our lineup this week, first we join Faith and our guest, Professor Joe Iruku, SAN, a living legend as far as insurance business is concerned. Professor Iruku is a perfect definition of those who came, who saw, and conquered in the insurance industry. In this exclusive interview on the CEO Rendezvous, he gives an overview of the insurance industry today as he sees it. Speaking in the course of the interview, he said that the insurance industry cannot and should not be criticized in isolation as regards implementation of laws, because every other aspect of our national life has also gone down. Take a listen.
Can you tell me any one aspect of our national life that is doing well, where you can say the law is being obeyed and is being properly regulated? If you tell me one, then I'll show you that insurance is one of the few where anything at all is being done. So I don't want to criticize the insurance industry in isolation. Every aspect of our national life is suffering. It's gone down.
We will also bring you highlights from the exclusive drama presentation of the Lagos Theatre Festival, powered by the Nigeria-Britain Association at the residence of the British Deputy High Commissioner to Nigeria. The performance was a mixed bag of songs, spoken words, and the drama titled Reflections, which mirrors the current realities of the country. The president of the Nigeria-Britain Association, Mr. Shola Tinubu, and others at the event share their thoughts. Take a listen.
The NBA is proud to be involved with the 2021 edition of the festival, tagged Reckless Art, as it presents an opportunity for creators to be innovative in driving creativity and performance without any limits.
I mean, a lot of people, particularly when you live in Lagos, focus on Nigeria's economy, but actually Nigeria's cultural richness, to be honest, is something not everyone does remark upon. When you live here, you can't miss it, and I think it's really important for those of us that do, to show it to the world, so I'm proud that we're able to do that. Not least in the areas of dance, film, music, theatre, and the visual arts.
British Council has been a huge part of the success of Lagos Theatre Festival. From inception till date, they've held our hands, and we cannot tell our success story without their contribution to fostering relationships across borders for performing artists, and also creating this huge platform to give performing artists an opportunity to grow. It's the biggest festival in the whole of West Africa, and we're very excited about the possibilities.
Plus, of course, all the other extras we bring you each week on the program. What more can I say than to urge you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the package. Details in just a moment. Please stay with us.
What takes your anxiety away?
Access to medical care without financial constraint.
Assurance of a cover for my car and I.
Keeping my family protected despite my low income.
Knowing that my goods are secured while in transit.
Not having to worry about the pain and the bills at the same time.
Having my investments secured.
No matter what safety means to you, we provide you with a covering to keep you and all that matters to you safe.
Consolidated Hallmark Insurance PLC. Anxiety away. Value assured.
A very warm welcome to you. It's a pleasure to have you join us on set today. I must say I'm sitting one-on-one with a legend. He's an author. He's a man of many parts. He's a guru when it comes to the insurance business or insurance matters generally. A lawyer of note. I'm talking of no other than Professor Joe Iruku, SAN, who is our guest on the program today. Thank you so very much, Prof.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Prof. You are among the pioneers of this industry, insurance industry in Nigeria.
Yes.
Looking back to when you people started the business of insurance and where the industry is today, what is your assessment?
Well, first of all, you know, I believe in the truth. And I believe in the Christian saying that the truth will make you free. So, if you ask me any question, the only thing I think of is to say it as I know it and as I remember, as I see it as the truth. I think, on balance, we have made some progress in some areas, and we have suffered a decline in some areas. When we started in insurance, shortly after independence, in 1960, insurance in Nigeria was not as sophisticated as it is today. The only classes of insurance business that were dominant in those days were accident, fire, motor, life, and the traditional types of insurance. Our aviation insurance was virtually non-existent because most of it was done abroad. Marine insurance, in the big sense, was very limited. But right now, the industry has grown. With industrialization and urbanization and so on, insurance has increased. But when it comes to professional expertise, the science of insurance, we have made a lot of progress. But the only thing that pains me, in the early days of insurance, the market was dominated by foreigners, mostly expatriates, British and American expatriates from Europe and America. There were very few professionals in insurance who were indigenous. The first insurance brokers that were in Nigeria were Bayo Braithwaite and Tony Odogwu. They did very well. Unfortunately, with time, with the help of these pioneers, we have succeeded in getting more of our people involved in insurance. But we also introduced the negative aspects of our political economy into the business. When I came into insurance shortly after independence in 1962, I was the first African insurance lawyer with expertise in insurance. And the result was that we started teaching. And at that time, I don't think there were so many Nigerians who were experts in insurance. So we started training Nigerians. The result now is that virtually 90% of the insurance industries run by Nigerians, unlike when it was what it was at the beginning. So the situation has changed in that respect, but the ownership has also changed. So from a market, if you read one of my books, I said that there was no indigenous participation in the management and in decision making of the industry. At that time, there was what they used to call Nigerian Insurance Association. And the only Nigerians in the thing were myself, Not because of right. My general manager was George Fox. Because he wasn't interested in the politics of insurance, he used to send me to represent him. And so the only person who was there, out of 19 members, who was a Nigerian was myself and Braithwaite. And Braithwaite had African Alliance, which he was the chief executive. So when I decided that I was going to write a book, at that time we were introducing insurance as a subject for university lectures in Unilag. And I was one of the lecturers. So I came in, and one distinguished professor in London University who had been sent as a Commonwealth scholar to go and teach, help to teach in Unilag, said to me that he's listening to my lectures in this. There's no book in this. Why don't I write a book? I told him I've never written a book before. He said, there's nothing. If you can write a good letter, you can write a book. So he harassed my life so much, so I decided to write my first book, which is Insurance Law and Practice in Nigeria. And it turned out to be successful. Everybody started using it. The judges in the courts, everywhere, insurance companies. Then I was lecturing for the industry, teaching students insurance and so on. And that's how I started writing. And when you write the first book, the second book is so easy to write because you form the habit of writing.
Okay, Prof, let's look at regulation of the industry today. It's a lot more stringent than one would say it used to be in the early days.
Yes.
But would you say that has translated into better performance and overall growth of the insurance industry?
Regulation of insurance was good. I was one of those who advocated. When we came in, there was no regulation. I remember in 1972, we went to Mauritius. The first African Insurance Conference was held in Mauritius in 1972. The countries that were least regulated, French-speaking countries, there was no regulation. They didn't bother to regulate. They just copied what was operating in the French speaking countries. And then Nigeria, Sierra Leone, and the worst was Liberia, because I remember that Liberia was represented by one of our friends. He was black American, and he was representing Liberia. They asked him what is the summary of the insurance regulation is. We don't regulate anything. We have nothing. He says, we're just free. You come, you establish your company, and you make your rules. But to some extent, Nigeria and Ghana and Sierra Leone were slightly regulated. So the situation was that we started really regulating insurance in 1961 when we passed the Insurance Act, 1961, and the Marine Insurance Act. But now, from a situation where we were not regulated, now we have a situation where we are over-regulated. Any insurance commissioner that comes takes the opportunity to change the laws. In the past, we didn't have rules and regulations. Everybody just did what they liked. Some crooks who came into insurance to make money were quite happy with the no regulation. But from no regulation, we now have over-regulation.
Okay, Prof. Insurance laws cannot be mentioned without you, of course, at the center. So let's look at insurance laws in Nigeria. They've been reviewed over the years, giving rise to compulsory insurances,
yes,
with stipulated sanctions and all that. But implementation has always been a major challenge, even on the part of government. Why do you think this is so?
If you ask any lawyer in Nigeria about the state of any aspect of our law, they will say the same thing. Unfortunately, as a developing nation, Nigeria has not done as well as we expect. unfortunately, we're not regulating properly, and sometimes we emphasize the wrong things. Looking at the whole state of the laws of Nigeria in every aspect, insurance hasn't done too badly. We've done fairly well, but there's still room for a lot of room for improvement.
Okay, Prof, when you talk about, let's say the compulsory insurances for example, you find that in almost all the 36 states of the Federation, you hear incidents in the building collapse, a whole lot of things, stuff. And these laws are there in the books for implementation. Nobody is implementing. Even government that is the one that gives the law, so to speak, they are not also obeying the law. What can the insurance industry do to get government to be on board when it comes to implementation of some of these insurance, compulsory insurance?
Can you tell me any one aspect of our national life that is doing well, where you can say the law is being obeyed and is being properly regulated? If you tell me one, then I'll show you that insurance is one of the few where anything at all is being done. So I don't want to criticize the insurance industry in isolation. Every aspect of our national life is suffering. It's gone down. I don't know if you agree.
Yes.
So it's the same everywhere. So yes, certainly we have done as well, but at least we've tried in insurance.
All right, welcome back. Moving on, we now bring you highlights from the private viewing of the drama Reflections, presented by the Lagos Theatre Festival at the residence of the British Deputy High Commissioner to Nigeria, organized by the Nigeria-Britain Association. The LTF is the largest performing arts festival in Nigeria and indeed Africa. Happy viewing.
What takes your anxiety away?
Access to medical care without financial constraint.
Assurance of a cover for my car and I.
Keeping my family protected despite my low income.
Knowing that my goods are secured while in transit.
Not having to worry about the pain and the bills at the same time.
Having my investment secured.
No matter what safety means to you, we provide you with a covering to keep you and all that matters to you safe.
Consolidated Hallmark Insurance PLC. Anxiety away. Value assured.
The Nigeria-Britain Association was incorporated in 2009 as a non-profit organization dedicated to developing relationships between individuals and organizations in Nigeria, Britain, and the Commonwealth residents in Nigeria through the exchange of cultural and business activities with a collective vision to positively impact on the community. The association recently put together an exclusive drama presentation by the Lagos Theatre Festival, LTF, the largest performing arts festival in Nigeria and indeed West Africa, at the residence of the British Deputy High Commissioner to Nigeria. Welcoming the selected guests to the event, the president of the Nigeria-Britain Association, Mr. Shola Tinubu, said that the NBA partnered with the LTF in their drive to promote culture and youth development.
The NBA is proud to be involved with the 2021 edition of the festival tagged Reckless Art, as it presents an opportunity for creators to be innovative in driving creativity and performance without any limits. In our drive towards encouraging art, creativity, culture, and youth development, the Nigerian-Britain Association partnered with the LTF and the British Council in an exclusive private drama presentation, Drive MBA Objectives in the area of arts, culture, and Youth Development in collaboration with the British Deputy High Commission.
In his brief remarks, the host of the night, the British Deputy High Commissioner, Mr. Ben Llewellyn-Jones, noted that the Nigerian creative industry is underestimated.
So the Nigerian cultural and creative industry has grown over the years and stood the test of time, and it's evident in its contribution to that Nigerian economy through its increased job creation and export earnings. And the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, estimates the movie industry generates between US $500 million and US $800 million annually, and accounts for around 2% of GDP. And bearing in mind they probably underestimate, I'm sure it's more than that. However, there is still a lot to be done, and there are specific challenges faced by the industry.
The Lagos Theatre Festival was founded by the British Council in 2013 as part of its ambitions of fostering exchange collaboration and strengthening relationships between Nigerian and British artists through the presentation of high-quality Nigerian and British theatre. In her brief remarks, the Executive Director of the LTF, Pikia Graham Douglas, briefed the audience about some of the challenges they faced as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic.
The new normal, we were really afraid we were not going to be able to do anything, but we successfully had a fully virtual festival, and we're just really pleased that that happened, and to be here today to meet with you all. We're hoping that we can continue the conversations and, expand our relationships and connections.
With the speeches taken, guests were treated to a medley of performance, which kicked off with a rendition of the evergreen soundtrack to The Lion King, He Lives in You, by Oluchi Odu. This was followed by the Art of Spoken Words by Chiedozie Egbuna.
Shut the lid of your heart when it stares, as in judgment. Do not count your birthday from the day that your name became that one. Listen to your heart when it speaks, and shut up when it speaks the truth. Be the perfect piece in a puzzle, even if you can't see the bigger picture. Hold your note in 100-part harmony of life's imperfect song. This is for the happy little boy who no longer feels the heat of the tar against his bare feet on his way to school because his parents chose brown loaves over brown loafers. This is for the once-a-day gentleman who never forgave cancer for breaking up his marriage, still tone deaf to his teenage daughter's breaking heart as she watches alcohol take her mother's place.
Then the big moment, the drama, Reflections, which was presented by the LTF, was a brilliant satire that captures every aspect of the current state of the nation.
You were supposed to use your intellect to cause a change. Yes, we are in the society. Where is it? In the society, yes. And I'm in my country, Nigeria, yes. My fatherland, the land flowing with milk and honey, the giants of Africa. Ahu, Ahu. Ahu or Yahoo. Look, let me tell you, if you don't know, they have removed the jack in your giant. It's only ants that is remaining now. Nonsense. Look, tell me, how long have you been here? All my life, 28 years. Have you read anything about any man who is a revolutionist? Yes. Who revived the society through revolutionary means? Oh, countless of them. Names, please. Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., Nelson Mandela. Hey, hold it. Why foreign names? Because that is the origin of the world's history of revolution. And that is where it will end. But I mentioned Nelson Mandela. Is he from your disjointed, eccentric fatherland?
Some of the guests shared their thoughts.
In 2019, Ms. Graham Douglas, a director of the LTF, came in together with some representative offshore to our members' evening at the British Council And we all got introduced and we knew what they were doing. They had a festival going on at the time and they invited us. And we thought this was a fantastic thing. And we actually promised to be able to do something with them for 2020.
NEM is a company that is moving with the time. The synergy between us and the NBA is something that the company has looked at and seen that it's going to project the cultural heritage of our country. And that is essentially why you see NEM supporting any, of such projects.
Well, I think theatre has had a really tough year this year across the world, but here in Lagos and here in Nigeria too. So we, the British Deputy High Commission in Nigeria, but through our partners, the British Council, and indeed through the Nigeria-Britain Association, huge group of guys who are really, and people who are really trying to make UK and Nigeria collectively work together.
That's our time on the program this week. Many thanks for being a part of it. Join us again, same time, same station next week for a fresh package. In the meantime, feel free as always to connect with us on all our social media platforms. Don't forget to keep a date with us on our flagship radio program, Waiting Insurance They Do Safe, on Nigeria FM 102.7, live every Wednesday by 9:45 a.m. My name is Lucy Lube. Until next time, from the entire team, it's goodbye. And please stay safe.